Good evening, YouTube. Good evening. This is Kenya Lynham here, back again for another movie night review, number 269. And this one is actually a full movie. It's volume 2, The Alter Files, volume 2. All right. It's about 3 to 4 or 5 movies, and it's about an hour long. So let's go ahead and get into the movie night review right now. The first movie on here, and I'm gotta look at my notes for a moment, but it's movies Latched, Flick, Coil, and Moose Limbs. Okay, so on sorry about so on Latched, there's a baby, and the baby is with its mother, and she is breastfeeding, and she is out of town. She's doing some of her dance items that she does away from the house, I believe. But anyway, there is this bat. It is a creature, and it comes up to say it needs the baby's baby's milk, or the mom's breast milk. It latches on, and it doesn't want to go, and she ends up killing it. So that's the first short film on there. It's very creepy, and it is very, very eye-opening. I'll just say that. Flick is the second movie on the Alter Files here. About now, just an FYI, this is the Alter Files. And I've mentioned it's the one with bugs and creatures and all kinds of stuff and stuff like that, but mainly bugs. But Flick is the second file, and a guy gets he gets a booger on his nose, and he doesn't know where to flick it. It will not flick. All right, so he ends up cutting off his finger. And the thing is a creature of its own. It is actually a bug instead of that from his nose. But it did come from his nose, and it ended up as a bug, and it won't leave, and it makes these hissing noises, and he ends up putting it in the sink where he tries to grind it, and nothing works. And so that was the second movie, and it is kind of gross. And the first one is too. All of it is that. All right. Then the third movie is called Coil. The lady, she's getting ready to go to a party, but there's a creature inside her, and she goes to scratching it. It gets redder. It's on her arm, and then it starts to seep out of her as worms, and she's baking food and stuff, and desserts for the party, and it ends up in the batter, and she starts to scream. She about cuts her finger off too, because it was in her finger, or something was on her finger, and she went to go and cut something off. But all in all, on that movie, the creature is a big snake, and it's like a bug though, and it's in her face, and it goes to conquering her too, her soul, I guess, and tries to wipe her out as well. The fourth movie is called Moose Limbs. This one is kind of strange because the guy, he's a doctor, and he's in an existence where there's rats all over the place. It's infested with rats, and he's called on as a doctor. Okay, now he has moose antlers, and so does his partner or wife or so, his friend. I want to say that's his wife. Okay, they both have moose antlers. And the rat starts talking, but it's a guy. So you don't figure out it's a rat until a little bit later. But he tries to attack. And at first, something happened to him, and they went to go work on him, and then he went to attack the doctor, and he lost an antler, actually both of them, and he said they'll grow back next season. Okay, so all of them are very creepy, very explicit. It shows everything, and it is an hour long to watch all of them, so that is that. But tonight's subject for movie night tonight, the subject is versatile on a dime. Now, versatile on a dime will get you everywhere. It'll get you, from A to B, but it's not going to get you to C and D. And C and D is the place where you started or where you began or where you know the most that you are, while you're here. But somebody has taken something, but they don't want to regard you. So versatility on the dime, versatile on the dime, will lead you to the guy, but it won't lead you to every single creature around you. It'll just lead you to the guy. All right? Now, if I really need to get to where I'm going from point A to point B, I'll always recognize that a person is there or they're not there. So that is that. Versatile on a dime is to characterize every situation until you are at the one who's doing it the most. He's doing it the most, and nothing else is talking, nothing else is blemishing things, and nothing else is slithering to you but the grand of the ground creature that is just that, at the ground, not in your face, not blown up in a magnifying glass or through the sun's eye or any of that. You just regard your time and your dime. Have a nice night. Thank you.